Hello, my name is JP and this is my video for mechanics on DES 4. So we're going to start off by showing the valve mechanic. If you notice, my UI is set up so that they only pop up on screen, the interactables, when the crosshairs is on them. So the valve operates the flames. And the way I accomplished this was fairly simple. I have it set up to an interface, so when the player interacts with it, it runs the animation for the valve and then sends to stop the flames or start the flames, as it were, respectively from this BP. And really that's all this one does, is interact with this to turn the flames on and off. So using again a BPI interface, well, I have these two talking from the first person character when he interacts with them. And this is how I implemented the UI, showing what can be interacted with and what can't be interacted with, and how it just goes away. I have the setting the render and whatnot. So that's one of the basic mechanics I have on here. Another one I'm going to show you, or I'd like to showcase, is actually my enemies. So right now, the enemy is set up to just patrol. If we sit back here, out of his visual acuity, he'll patrol around the room and just keep moving. And I accomplish that by means of a blackboard system along with a behavior tree, which I'll show you here in a minute. But if we get into his visual acuity, notice he immediately goes to our spot and we die, causing the level to restart. You can see that here. I implemented, as I wasn't able to get the animations I wanted, I implemented as soon as the mesh hits the player dies. Now there's actually a chance that the player doesn't die. I have a 85% chance the player dies and a 15% chance that the player just gets infected from these creatures as kind of a propagation for the creatures as a story back for them. And then we have our basic patrol here. This is just setting up what nav point it's going to. And if the monster takes any damage, it dies. So if the monster runs into those flames that I was showing you earlier, the monster will be killed. And that's actually how the player will go about killing the monsters, using the flames. And so here I have my basic behavior tree and blackboard. Enemy controller, and then the tasks I have. It's a very simple one. There's only 2 tasks. I've done some behavior trees with up to 6 tasks, but this one I felt just needed to be a patrol and then a chase the player. Consoles, doors, and let's go look at the console that actually operates the launch doors. So if you notice, the player got hurt by the flames. Now this one actually doesn't control that flame, it controls that flame over there, which is important because that's going to kill the monster there that was about to kill us. So now we go to the console that actually operates the launch bay doors. And as you can see, we used a texture and a material instance along with a scene capture in order to show the launch bay doors opening on the computer screen there. And then you can actually see the submersible that's in the launch bay as well. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go to the launch bay. Now that doesn't control that fire, that actually controls the other fire. Want you to show that not all of these are going to be to what you think they are right off the bat. So it's kind of a little bit of a puzzle on how to get around things, how to navigate which one works which. Now the story for this place is that this facility is closing due to the research being defunded. So I wanted to make it look like they were packing up and getting ready to go. So now this one will lower our sub. Now if they don't have the launch bay doors open, they're not going to be able to lower the sub. We'll show that here in a minute. And then you also have the UI on what happens when you escape, what you accomplished, and how many of the things that you did. So here we have the launch bay doors, pretty simple, just animating the doors. The thing that actually holds the code on whether or not it will drop it is the clamp. The clamp, if the doors haven't been open, won't drop the sub, and if they don't drop the sub, then they can't get out of the level. And then of course you saw the U died, and there is a sprint mechanic, which we didn't feature because sprint is fairly simple and most people have seen it, and our UI at the end indicating what you have and have not completed. So this is my mechanics for this level. Um, Nuances throughout all of them, but fairly straightforward in my opinion. Not too many things that are all that difficult to implement, but still add good gameplay and flavor to the level. So I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you watch the next video in which I showcase more of the gameplay of the actual level.